Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
We're back here. What is it? What we always do this here every year.
We tried to.
It's a bad habit. No, it's
Yeah.
a good habit. I like this habit.
So we kind of missed. Last year was kind of a split thing.
Right.
I sat home in my attic.
That's not good.
No, it wasn't.
It was. This is much better.
It is.
This is much better. I like this better. There's a Hawaiian phrase for people who have lived here long enough called kama aina, which means a person of the land. I think we are a kama traina.
Well, we're definitely person
of the train.
Well, we do pay real estate taxes.
It's
there.
true, a lot of them too.
That's kind of the
Yeah,
modern
exactly.
modern definition.
Exactly.
Well, come on.
Yeah, I think it is. If you
Yeah.
if you pay, you get something. What?
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, lots of big news. Enough of the silliness. Glad to have everybody with us. Tons of big news going on here with us this time.
Yeah, but you know, people have been sending me emails, not left and right, but some says, well, what are you doing? Thinking about Switzerland, I think that's your territory.
A lot. So the old SZL thing that we thought was long gone, it's back after quite a hiatus. Happy to say that we've finished production now on the SBB RABE train set, also known as TEE2 or EC, depending on the paint. The TEE was in the classic TEE paint colors. The EC was called the Gray Mouse in Switzerland, and it's a two-tone gray. The TEE version will be exclusive for Märklin, in America called Marklin, and we think they've already announced that as a joint project with us. It's a 6-car set. You've probably already seen it. We will also be releasing the Gray Mouse version as an SZL product. It is very limited in supply. I think we're doing 5 different road numbers and no more than 20 units per road number. It's like I said, it's a really short run.
Something like that.
Yeah, ours is a little different. Ours comes with interior lights. We
does?
asked Märklin if they wanted that. They said no, that's too expensive. So we put them in ours. So that's a little different between the two. Mechanically, they're the same. It's a great set. In lighting, single motor in the unit, can motor, all the normal things you come to expect from us. I've just finished torture testing one on a Rokuhan, the set that goes over the bridge and has the viaduct and comes back around and does a loop on itself, and it makes it through that no problem. It was running for an hour or two without having a derailment or stall or anything like that. So we're happy with that. That's the big one coming up.
Yeah, it's really a big subject. I mean, it's made in N scale, HO, all the scales.
Yeah.
Where did it run?
It's a classic. So it ran all over the place. It was a multi-voltage unit. It ran Italy, Switzerland, France, Germany. I believe it even went up in the Netherlands at one point in time. It showed up in Paris. It showed up in Milan. It showed up in Zurich, obviously. So it's it's a classic old one, and it's been out of service for a little while, but it's just one of those classic European trains. Had not been done yet in Z scale, and we thought it was about time to do that one. So now
it's really well. Let's double back to Switzerland a little bit later on the show or
fair
this
enough.
news session.
Fair enough.
But we are actually close to. We got deliveries.
Yep.
We had deliveries.
A lot of deliveries. This is going to be a really active year for us. We commissioned a whole bunch of projects, and a lot of them are coming. But backing up to the European thing for just a second, just because we're doing a Swiss model doesn't mean we're doing fewer North American models. It's actually the opposite. We're doing more than we've ever done in the past, and
we are.
I think we've kind of got this system down where they're producing things for us pretty regularly, but a lot of really interesting things. So deliveries, you want to talk about deliveries? What do I have to deal with?
GEC 44 9Ws.
Yep.
And the AC 4400s. They're done. They're being packed up.
Yep.
Or crated up as we speak.
Shipped. They should be coming in. I think we'll probably get those in distribution in September or October, somewhere in that neighborhood. Fortunately, we the prices have gone up a little bit on them, not a ton. But when we looked at our historic prices, we've actually raised our prices much slower than just about anything or anybody else over the past 10 years.
Well,
so,
I think so.
we're just kind of keeping up with inflation with some of these things. I think everybody's doing that. So, but
Yeah, we haven't set a price yet, but it'll be in the neighborhood of most things we have released.
you guys can guess probably better than we can
Yeah.
right by now.
Yeah. At the same time, well, a little bit later, probably a month later, the GP30 rerun.
Yep.
It's not only a rerun; it's also retooling. We have the high hoods coming.
Yep. Yep.
And then we have the B unit, which Union Pacific ran.
Yep.
And that's going to be fun.
All new.
Yeah.
Haven't done that before.
No. And a little bit crazy to do it in Z scale, but why not?
Why not? Exactly. Why not?
What else do we have? We have this little list on the table here.
We've got cheat sheet. Don't freeze frame. You never be able to read it.
Hopefully not.
Exactly.
So long-awaited trucks.
The trucks.
And you would think that would be a very easy thing. And I had some changes when we had the prototype.
Yeah.
I kept breaking off the exhaust pipes.
They're beautiful. I mean, they're beautiful, but when you think about the number of parts that has to go into a semi tractor, it's a lot to make it look really good. And these things look amazing. I mean, this is not something that's just two-piece stamped out. I mean, there's tons of parts that go into these things.
Yeah.
So
anyway, first run, we'll paint them in all kinds of colors. We're not going to do specific types from freight companies yet.
Yep.
Because that would have slowed us down immensely.
Yep.
So it's all up to you guys, and I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Yeah, they're fun. They're a lot of fun. And then, do you want to talk about auto floods?
Well,
floods.
Well, what's kind of your project?
Okay,
so go
fine.
ahead.
Yeah. So a lot of people have been asking for reruns on the Bethgons, and we kind of heard you. We still have some in stock. We'd like to sell those down before we do another rerun of the Bethgons. But in the meantime, Auto Flood 3s, very, very common coal hopper, used all over the place. All of the standard big names are being included in it. So UP, BNSF, BN, CNW actually has a few of them. The standard list of suspects are being included. These are great for unit trains. They are great for the C44s and the AC4400s. They're great for the GEVOs. I think it'll make a fantastic combination. The load is removable, easily removable. There are details of the structure all inside of it. Lots of separately added parts. All the gates were separately added. And we think those should be delivered October, November, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So they're on their way. So lots of rolling stock to go with these new locomotives. We're trying to get them a little more in sync, where we've got cars and locomotives at the same time. I think we're slowly getting successful on that one. But very excited about that.
It is, and no, it's a good one, and it's been long coming. I mean, I think we talked about this car internally.
Years, yeah, a while ago,
A long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of our products are in tooling that we have talked about,
Yep.
and the Alco, the FA ones and FB ones are here. I'm just going to hold this up. I don't know if you can even see it.
You can see it. You can see it.
The tooling isn't done, but it's being made.
Right.
And when we get the drawings, it's oh boy,
Yeah.
that's like you feel it. Oh, this thing is happening.
Right.
It really is happening.
Right.
And so many railroads. I think we're doing 16, 17 in the beginning.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we're doing that. So it took me a long, long time to sort out the differences, and there are a lot of differences.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to do all but maybe the GMO because it had a little funny.
Yeah, well, I found a way
twist
around
to it.
that. The GMO, they figured out have the FAs look like the PAs. The PAs is kind of,
A little different.
yeah, and you know, it was sculpted a little bit to, you know, that was what was in at the time. You could see similar designs in cars,
Yeah.
and and they said, well, the FA has to look like it. So it was the only railroad that had that. Luckily, I just found out not all of them were like that.
Exactly.
So we're doing the,
So we do the ones that were not did not have the special modifications. Just for all of you, both of you GMO fans out there. Sorry, you know, but we're still gonna make it. So it's
well,
good.
we're making it, and it's actually selling quite
Yeah,
well.
it sells well. It does sell well. I'm being funny.
Yeah,
I guess it wasn't funny.
and but anyway, so yeah, it's good to go, and looking forward to see that. A lot of Eastern railroads had the FA, and Southern.
Yeah. Hope to get samples by Christmas. Hope to get it delivered next spring, maybe somewhere. Then, if we get lucky, we'll just have to see. It all depends on how these things, you know, come about.
Yeah, and
you know, these projects take their own. You would think we would know precisely when things were going to happen.
We don't.
We don't.
we don't.
We don't. We know what we put in the pipeline. We know what order they should come out in. And by the way, guys, sometimes if we order 5 things and we order them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they come out 1, 3, 2, 5, 4. You know, in the production cycle. So it just depends on the complexity and how things go and things of that nature.
Yeah. One thing, I'm just glancing down at the cheat sheet we have, and I forgot to talk about Lammy, and Lammy being
Lammy.
made in England.
Yes.
The station, the ATSF station.
Right.
We're going to have that.
Because if you're going to pick a place to make a Southwestern United States train station, always choose England.
I know. So it's too big for me to hand carry over. And so I'm going to have Andy in England ship it to you guys that ordered. So we're going to have to set that up, and Ztrack will be helping you, helping at least facilitate it.
Exactly.
So, well, we weren't
Yeah.
going to talk about tariffs, but it's going to cost 10%.
Yeah.
That is the tariff.
No, I know. So, sorry, 10% more.
Well, but that's it.
The federal treasury says thank you.
I know. So, are we ready for the summer news? The big news?
Well, should we also one more update?
Yeah.
You want to talk about the GS4s?
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
How could I? So all the drawings are okay, and they're approved. They are in the tooling stage at the moment. Should be further along than the FAs, but you know, it's a complex locomotive.
Right.
Might take a little bit longer time.
Lots of parts, lots of tooling.
Yeah,
This is a
and-
big project.
It is.
No, you know, this is the biggest project we've ever done
I think so.
by far.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
And
I'm suddenly nervous.
and we were exclusive up until Broadway Limited said they were going to do this de-skirted version.
Right.
We said we were going. We thought we were going to be the first. Well, we might still
We might
beat
still
them.
be. We may beat them.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway, that's going to be something else. And as you can recall, we're doing one of the pre-war in 1941, just before World War II.
Yep.
In the U.S. We'll have that set,
Yeah.
and we'll have the I think we call it the 1951
I think that's right.
consist,
Yep.
where they got more cars, a little bit different cars, even a smooth side
Yeah.
came in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, from that on, it's pulled by E units and PAs.
Right.
So,
Which we have.
we do.
Which we have.
So anyway, it's it should be on time. No big steam. Really,
It's
really,
going
really
to be a
like
lot of fun. This,
Yeah.
to me, this is a lot of fun because it goes back to the first large brass steam locomotive that we did
yeah.
forever ago, and it was really a big deal back then. So this is not the first injected steam locomotive we've done, but I think it's the first large, you know, big size.
Right.
You know. And we did the Mikado before, which was fun, and we still have them too. So if anybody's looking for one,
Yeah.
But I think this is a bigger deal.
And just a note, because I've been getting emails again. Oh, can you make the GS3? Can you make the GS5? If you make the GS5, you can make the Western Pacific versions. And these locomotives are actually quite different. They don't look different, but they are.
Yeah.
So the GS3, the body is different. It even has a different tender. So that's a no.
Right.
That's way too expensive
Yep.
this time around.
I think so. Yeah.
And the GS5 is also quite
That's
different.
really different. Yeah.
Has a similar tender, but different.
Yep.
And let's focus on the GS4.
We'll get the GS4 out the door first. So that's the big news.
Yeah.
Now,
So
so we were
I don't know if this is gonna work. Should we give him a hint?
well, we are close to the ocean.
Yeah.
Right. You know. So I mean, that should be hint number one. Something
Yeah.
that comes out of the sea.
Yeah. And what floats and sometimes don't float?
A rock.
Yeah, but it can't come up again. A rock can't come up.
A duck.
We're getting close. Now,
A fish.
okay, think about when we did the GP9. What did it have on the roof?
Oh, right.
Torpedo
tubes. How many torpedo tubes is this going to have?
I don't know, but here it is.
See?
See? A U-boat?
Yes, yes, yes. And ours will not have a periscope.
So which one? Which one? Okay, there are tons of U-boats.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna make the first large-scale order U-boat,
Right.
the U-25B.
Correct.
And isn't this exciting?
It is actually. It is.
Yeah.
This, you know, it's. You know, you guys, you know the deal. You know kind of how we work. You know the history. I think this is one of those products that we've missed for a long, long time, and it's overdue almost. It really is. You know, there was a little aversion to it because it's not known as being sort of the most beautiful of products of locomotives that ever been made.
Yeah.
But there's worse.
Yeah. But anyway, GE.
Trainmaster.
Yeah, worse. Trainmaster is worse. That's
Yeah,
another.
we're not going to do that. No.
No, we're not.
No.
And I hope someone else does.
Oh, what else comes out of the sea?
You tell them.
Shark nose. No.
Not today.
No.
Anyway.
No.
The U-25B was first U-boat, officially the first U-boat, and GE said it was all new, top to bottom. Of course, that wasn't true. It was running on Alco or the AAR trucks.
Yep.
Also called not the Bloomberg trucks. That was EMD, but basically it was GE's dream of becoming a major player in the diesel locomotive market, and they succeed.
Yeah. Yeah. It sold very well. All the railroads that we've modeled, almost all of them that we've modeled in the past, had them in pretty good quantities, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of played around with this locomotive.
Yeah, and long service life for
Yep.
sure. Union Pacific, one of the big users. Southern Pacific, a big user. Erie in particular, was made in Erie.
Right. So that makes
So
sense.
all the initial testing was done by Erie Railroad.
Yeah.
I think that was
so.
correct.
Yeah, I think it's right. Yeah.
I think this is just a great locomotive. We're going to do all the details. They have different windshields, solid and dual
Yep.
type of windshield. All the different air horns, etc., etc. They had the noses. Some were short, which was most of them.
Yep.
Some were high hoods. Some of the early ones. Then you had the longer nose that came later, which all the U-boats kind of adapted after that.
Yep.
But anyway, it goes so well with some of our other products, and it's a, kind of a little diesel. This is kind of when the second generation diesel started to materialize. They were weaning off the hood units, the FAs, the F7s, etc. So we made, of course, the GP7 and 9 in the past. So this locomotive came a little bit later.
Not much.
No,
Not much.
but it so it's basically we have the GP30, which will be the same time period.
Yep.
So goes very well with that time area.
Yeah, I think it's a winner. I really do.
It is.
We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know what you think. We've got to set some production numbers. So, if you guys are enthusiastic, please tell us. If you're not enthusiastic, please tell us.
Yeah.
It'll help us out.
I think this is it is a good thing. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully fills a gap that was missing in there.
Yeah.
And
so if you like the U25B, and we're seeing the numbers in sales, we will make other U-boats.
absolutely.
For sure.
Sure.
So it's up to you guys.
Yeah. Clearly we like the GE products. We've got the AC4400s that are probably we're just getting ready for release now that we're talking about this. This has sort of been a long-standing kind of thing, but I hope this kind of fills in a whole bunch of gaps in there. And really, hopefully, this becomes one of our core products.
Exactly. Should we talk about some other new things?
Yeah.
here?
Oh God, we've got several.
We still more to go. Can you believe it? We're still talking about more stuff. Something I've been working on for a little while now. I think we're ready to announce. It's been a long time since we've had our auto racks come out. I mentioned on the forums earlier today, we're doing a kit, which is a resin printed open auto rack. This is an experiment. It's taken a long time. I apologize if it's taken this long. I literally printed these out a year ago because I wanted in a bunch of different resins to make sure we had one that would be stable and would not distort over time. We found a good formula, so we're going to move forward with that. It is a kit, so it comes with the body. It's cast in black. It comes with the appropriate long shank trucks, and it comes with a tungsten weight on the bottom, which makes it's really hard to tip this thing over. It's really well weighted. And that'll be available in September. Going through AZL Direct for that exclusively. They're $25 each, and that's our cost to print them and make them and do all that stuff. You've got to paint them yourself. There are lots of N-scale decals. One of the beautiful things about going with black is you can just shoot the outside of it with whatever color you want, because most of the time the interiors on the racks turn black from cars going back and forth anyway, so it works out pretty well. But more importantly than that, we do have two mass-produced injected auto racks that are also coming very soon. Both of them are named Max. I don't know why they're all named Max. It's very confusing to me.
So the railroads would buy Max.
Exactly. Sounds good.
Max.
That did not work well for Boeing.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. Anyway, but it's the Auto Max, which is the articulated auto rack that was originally produced a long time ago, and it took a long time for sales to pick up on it, quite frankly. But now they're being sold in large quantities. And the other is the Multi-Max, which is a little more of a traditional 89-foot auto rack. The difference is it can be either a bi-level or a tri-level. The decks are adjustable inside, and it's pretty easy to adjust for the crews. So it allows a lot of flexibility for the railroads when they buy them. So these are the two most modern auto racks that are out there. And again, I'm expecting the tooling in November. I think we're looking at delivery in the spring. All the major railroads are included, as always, in these kind of projects. So looking forward to bringing those online too.
Yeah, and I've seen so many trains pulling auto racks, and the combination of different auto racks, and you see all of these in larger auto racks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's we're trying to keep that side of it refreshed and alive at the same time. And then another rerun. Yeah.
Oh, we said we weren't going to do the GP38-2 anymore.
Yeah,
well, we are.
We said never again. That didn't last very long. Never a short period of time. I'm telling you.
Well, we thought we had wore out the molds. We have not.
They're still good.
They're still good.
They're still good. So it'll I guess this is still the entry level product for us. You
It
know?
is. And then we'll at the same time run up a few more extra chassis
Yep.
and continue exchange program.
Exactly. So for those of you who have the bad chassis, you will be able to get it replaced. We're selling the chassis at our cost. There's no markup involved in that. So when you say like, why is it blah blah blah? It's because that's exactly what it cost us to build it.
Yeah.
So there's no profit in it for us.
And for you, it's also a better chassis.
Yeah,
by
it-
far.
it's a newer,
better
it's
motor.
much- Well, I hope so. The old one fell apart.
Definitely better. So, but that was, that would happen to us. I knew about this thing even before I started, to make model railroad trains, and because Merklin, having used zinc forever, had that problem.
The zinc pest.
Yeah, if you go back to the 50s and 60s, they had runs that fell apart.
Yeah, and a lot of this is the way they're made is it's a powdered metal that's then sintered together, and sometimes they don't get the temperature right on it, and over time it just falls
Yeah,
apart.
and
Yeah.
probably, not the best material.
No,
to
exactly.
start with.
But that was made by our former factory, whose name we do not mention.
We don't.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
I know. It's kind of like the Harry Potter
Catching.
thing.
It must be the log.
So anyway, we have more new items.
We do have more new items.
And why didn't we talk about that first? Because it's really is a huge run. It's almost as big. No, it's not as big as the GS4 and the daylight trains, but it's
Right.
huge.
Right.
It's big.
Yeah,
It
I
really
agree.
is big.
No, I agree. I agree.
So that's half the clue. Big.
Yeah, big. What?
What rhymes with big?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Exactly. Articulated.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
So-
this is pretty huge.
Big boy as an
I can't
injection
believe,
mold.
I can't believe we're doing this.
I know.
Really?
So not only are we doing the big boy,
This
we're
is
doing a matching caboose.
Yep.
We're doing UP boxcar,
Yep.
and we might also tool up another PFE.
I think we're going to do a B50-39 boxcar and
We are.
and probably a steel PFE to go with them. I can't believe we're going to do this, but we're actually going to make an injected big boy in Z scale. So with a little bit of luck, it will be much more affordable for folks.
It will be.
Yeah.
Not really hard to do because the same factory that made our brass big boys doing this one.
They're making this one.
So they have all the. I don't think they can use the drawings off the bat. but,
Not entirely, but they understand. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this, hopefully this will be a little quicker and a little easier.
And,
We thought there were a lot of parts in the GS4 and the Coast Daylight. This puts it to shame.
Yeah.
There are a ton of parts in here. There is a ton of tooling in here. As you know, it's a big locomotive. It will be significantly less than brass, but it's still going to be a big locomotive. So
It is.
um,
But that is it's going to be our third injected steam locomotive.
Yeah.
And personally, I never thought we'd
do
get
it.
there.
I never thought so either. But here we are.
And,
And I'll tell you what's kind of, look, if the UP put a big boy in place of two locomotives, then you can imagine what it'll probably be like for us.
Yeah.
So
talking about that, Southern Pacific, when they got rid of the cab forwards, they chopped them in half, a lot of them, and so made two steam locomotives
know.
out of them.
I know.
Not so. How could they do that with steam? Well, they did it.
Yeah, new boiler.
New
New
boiler,
boiler, new cab.
obviously.
Yep.
But this is going to be good.
I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be.
And the big boy.
We're actually we're pretty excited about it.
And especially since they're still running one of them,
Yeah, exactly.
and there are 8 in existence,
I know.
and that's quite a bit. And
I
they're
think
only-
I think we should line up 220 of them in a row right next to the one.
we can do that.
No?
Yeah.
That might take a little time to unpack all of them.
Well.
And then pack them back.
Well, we can.
We could.
So only 25 made, if I recall. I think so. 2 batches. They were about identical, just like differences.
Yeah.
The one that's running was converted to a oil. Of course, we'll have the oil burner. We had that also in brass, but we actually made it before we knew how that locomotive would look like.
Right.
So you kind of jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I have to go back and make sure it looks correct.
Yep.
It's pulling today. It's basically not pulling freight. It's pulling the excursion train.
For the most part, I've seen them pull a little freight with it every
Yeah.
once in a while, just to say they did.
It's still about the strongest locomotive UP ever had. Maybe it's the gas turbines were
A little bit more.
a little bit more. I don't know.
Definitely louder.
Oh yeah,
But definitely burnt more fuel.
but it really is. And I
Yeah.
think any model train manufacturer, there are certain things you have to have. You have to have an F unit.
Yep.
And I think having a big boy
I think it'd
means
be
a lot.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to aim to get it to run on as tight a radius track as we can.
Yeah. Not
just-
no hard. It's not going to be that hard. It's
Yeah,
not
we
articulated.
just have to figure out that's going to take a little bit of work and making sure there are no compromises in the way it looks, so that it can actually navigate some
Yeah.
tighter curves.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a little tricky,
Yeah.
but
I was
there's lots to work on this.
Yeah, I was
you know.
hoping we could piggyback off the Mikado, but the big boy drivers
It's just
are
too
much
different.
out there.
It's
They're
just
much
too
bigger.
different. Yeah. And 2 years, maybe, if we're lucky.
Let's call it a 2-year
Yeah.
project
Because
because we're just got started. We
I know.
signed the PO a couple of months ago.
yeah. And
So realistically, 2027.
Yeah. But look, I mean, the good news is, when there was concerns about other companies in the business, we've got some big plans for the future, and it's really because of all you guys supporting what we do. We love doing this, obviously. It's just a big, wonderful collaborative effort between what we can produce, what you guys can enjoy, and the feedback that you give to us. So we're really appreciative of all the support, because that's what makes all this possible for us.
It really is.
At the end of the
And,
day.
I love the forum.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they don't get through to us. They
Oh,
do.
we read it. We
Yeah.
read it. Yeah. We definitely read it.
And but it matters.
I don't agree with everything on it, but I read it.
Forum is forum.
Exactly. But keep those cards and letters coming in, because it is a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
it adds.
Yeah.
time traffic.
But it's kind of hard. I mean, we went out. The GS4 is a Southern Pacific only locomotive.
Yep.
And same with the big boys, Union Pacific only. And that makes it kind of hard.
Yeah.
When we do those type of
I think that's true.
locomotives.
Yeah. I agree.
But it's fun.
I agree. 7 or 8 years ago, we said we were bringing back the SZL, Swiss Z line lineup, and we said we had in mind the Gotthardolok, which is an 814. This is, for a long time, this was the single most powerful locomotive in the world. And unfortunately, the factory we're working with said we're getting out of the brass business, so we had to shelve that project for a while. The good news is we have another brass producer finally, and this locomotive is coming back. All the drawings have already been done for it. We're looking forward to the production of it. We think it'll be available relatively early next year.
I think so.
Yeah, it is brass. It's coming through SEL. We hope the pricing can be, competitive with what you would expect out of brass. Again, it's a limited run. It's fewer than 100 units.
Yeah. And bear in mind, they only made 3 of these. They're dual locomotives.
Yeah.
So they made 3 of them. One we can't make because the body was so different.
Yeah, but 2 were pretty similar.
Yeah. And those are the ones for me.
Yeah, exactly. So those are coming along. Excited about that. Again, this was a locomotive that was just made to work on the Goddard line and to haul incredibly heavy trains up very steep grades over and back. And it's sort of the Swiss equivalent of the big boy. I mean, it's the best way I can describe it.
I think it's the biggest locomotive they ever built.
Yeah. By far.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's coming along. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to bringing that to you.
And since we're talking about brass, I almost forgot. Now, update on the Norfolk and Western passenger cars.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
And we will show you some images. We don't sit with them here.
Yep.
But
We've got some stills and maybe even a video we can show. I'm not sure. We'll see if we can
the
find
still's probably better.
it. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're coming along just fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They look great, actually. I'm really happy with the way they're looking.
So delivery this year, they
Yeah.
probably late. I'm sure he can deliver earlier.
Our factory manager, he said he likes the way they're looking, but he thinks the paint's too dull, and he needs to make it a little more spicy. I don't know what that means,
I don't know.
but I'm looking forward to it.
Anyway, they're in the works, and we will have prototypes fairly soon.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to show that when we get them.
And that's due the end of the year.
End of the year.
End of the year. End of the year.
And we have a couple of other projects we initiated. We can't
Yep.
talk about them yet, but U.S. products.
Yes,
in brass.
that's coming along. So that
Yeah.
the whole brass thing is coming back nicely, I think.
It is.
And of course, the Norfolk and Western passenger cars. It makes a complete Powhatan Aero train set, prototypical for its running.
Yeah.
And we decided to do this in brass just because we do have a lot of injected smooth side cars, but we didn't have nearly enough to match this train, and we thought it would be better just to do a nice brass set to go with a beautiful brass engine. And so that's where we are. with
and
it.
especially the window configurations.
Exactly.
You,
They're
you
just
would
very
have known
different.
they were wrong.
You would have known instantaneously
Yeah.
if they weren't correct.
And they only have 5 different passenger cars.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
if I'm not mistaken, a day train.
Yes.
No sleepers here.
No. But fabulous train and sort of a classic.
Yeah.
And then the name of the company is American Z Line, but now we're bringing back the Swiss Z Line. So
Yeah.
thought maybe
So-
maybe some more things European.
Right, and we have. If you have read every post on the forum, you would have seen clues. So what are we looking at? I think we're leaving Germany alone.
Yep.
They're quite well stocked by products from Merklin, of course, and smaller producers based in Germany.
Yep.
Now, Switzerland will definitely continue with that. What really is on our horizon and what we're looking at the moment is the UK.
Yeah.
And no one has ever made anything, I think, in this scale as an injection run.
Not as an inject. No, I mean there have
No?
been some very small batch kind of things with a
Yeah.
new shell that went on a Merklin chassis or something like that, but nothing, nothing that I would call mass produced.
Yeah. So we're more on this later, of course, but the UK is very interesting. The cradle of railroading, so
Yep.
should be. Most of you guys know I'm Norwegian, so looking at maybe even some Scandinavian stuff. And
It was just a matter of time.
yeah, I know. And what else in Europe? France. There's a new producer in France, so I think they can fairly much take
Yep.
care of that.
I think, and I think they make Azar. You probably know them from the web. I think
Yeah.
they make great products. I've got a bunch myself. They make really nice things.
Yeah, and so maybe we'll do an Italian or two, locomotive. I don't know.
Something like that. We're kind of exploring our options. We'd love feedback from you guys on what we ought to do.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for a little British outline in
Yeah.
Z-scale, and it probably doesn't take a lot of imagination to think of what those products may be. We'll go for the big traditional things up
first
front.
and see how that goes. And
Exactly.
it's really new territory for us.
Yeah.
And based on I don't know if most of our viewers and readers and customers know, but the UK is a huge model railroad market.
It really is.
Yeah.
Germany's a huge market. UK is a huge market. Switzerland's a small country, but proportionally, it's a big market.
Yeah.
And the United States is a big
Yeah.
market.
So the UK is kind of different. So they don't have HO, they have double O. So it's
Right.
1 to 76, I believe the scale
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
N scale is not 1 to 160, it's 1 to 154.
Right.
Probably some there too.
Yeah,
Why it is like
metric
that.
to imperial, no doubt. You know,
So
conversions.
something like that.
Yeah.
Now the Z scale will be 1 to 220.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree. Then we'll stick with a straightforward
No,
number.
it's tempting to mess things up.
Like 222.
Yeah,
Just to be a little.
something like that. We're not going to do that. So what are we going to call these things? Obviously, if it's a Scandinavian product, it will be Scandinavian Z line, UK Z line, or English Z line. I don't know.
British Z, I don't know. We'll figure something.
We'll
out.
figure
You
it
guys
out.
can tell us what we ought to call it. You know.
But anyway, spreading our wings a little bit is fun.
Yeah.
It's a big universe,
Yeah.
and I think it, you know,
But I think something to point out is that this does not mean we're slowing down what we do in the North American market. If anything, we're actually increasing what we do there. We just see some opportunities to bring some more people into scale in various locations, and we figured, why not? You know, and we like the scale. We've liked it for a long time. We think it's getting to the point where it's mature enough to do these things. I think we've proven that we can produce models that are reasonably cost and run very well and have great detail to them. You know, and then that just lets you put more in the same size space than any other scale.
yeah. And why didn't we do this from the beginning? First of all, we didn't have a good enough motor.
Yep.
They were motors. They were exceptionally expensive.
Fallhaber, Maxon. I mean,
Et
they're a
cetera.
great motor, but like,
Yeah.
wow, is that inexpensive?
And
motor?
it's
Yeah.
just, and then there's basically only one producer that made a railroad track. I know there's several,
Yes.
thank God.
Yep.
So it's kind of,
And-
the scale has really matured.
Right. And we love them all.
Yeah.
I think, you know, between Rokuhan and Atlas and Pico and Merklin and did I leave anybody out? I don't think I did.
Well, you have microtrains still.
Microtrains. You know.
You have a AZL, and you have,
Yeah.
you know, they're,
So
they're more than you
yeah,
think.
They really are. You know, and I think there's a solution.
Uncle Will's.
Uncle Will. I think there's a solution for everybody in track.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they, you know, everybody makes really, really well-running
Yeah.
equipment, runs well with our stuff.
Yeah.
We're very happy with that.
But I think the future of Z-Scale is actually very bright.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. And we wouldn't be putting this kind of money into tooling or things of that nature if we didn't think it was right.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, we're just appreciative that you guys are out there supporting what we do, and that we can return that support by just making more and more wonderful products that hopefully you get a lot of enjoyment out of. Hope you get as much enjoyment as we do out of making them. We really do like doing this. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And we'll try to put some technical innovations in them as well.
I think so.
And well, we have talked about it in the past, but we don't know if we're going to put loudspeakers in the GS4, but we're definitely going to mill openings for it in the tender.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's commercially viable, as we release the GS4, it will have loudspeakers.
Yep.
Definitely.
I think that is the plan. And you know, so we've got
Same with the big boy, of course.
David
Yeah.
Wolf, who's a wonderful member of my local group at home, does an amazing job with putting sound, and so talking to him about the best way to do that, and so, you know, I think we're going to have the possibility of having sound coming out of Z-Scale where you would think it was HO, and it's really impressive to hear it for real. And these guys, they run them in train shows and big, huge buildings, and it's amazing how well you can hear a Z-Scale sound locomotive in those kind of places. And that,
Yeah.
to me, that's the real test.
Yeah.
But
And
we're
then-
really excited.
And
We're
then
excited.
anything else we can think of.
Well, I can think of a lot of things, but
Yeah.
I think we got to keep a couple things secret for next time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we probably have signed off 2-3 locomotives we haven't even mentioned.
Exactly. Exactly. And by the way, my apologies. Sometimes people ask me questions about certain details that, being a part of this organization and working with somebody as wonderful as Hans, I should know it off the top of my head. And we've got so many projects going on, I can't even remember what we've announced and what we haven't. So I do the safe thing and say, I really don't know.
Rob. Thank you, partner.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, I always said at home, I'm going to have at least one of every product we have made. Now, it's not true anymore.
No,
It's
No.
kind of impossible.
no. I keep one as an archive copy just in case we have to make a reference to it for
Yeah.
paint or something like that. But it's, I'll send a picture. It's staggering.
Yeah.
I think Rob Clues told us today we have over 5,000 different products that we've made.
In
you know,
stock.
Well, not I think over time. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're all in stock, but which for most companies would be the kiss of death, and somehow we managed to make it work.
Yep, yep.
So
And we just signed off a couple of hundred more, so my God.
exactly, exactly.
Being, of course, all the variations and railroads
Yep.
and road numbers, you name it.
You know us. You know there'll be lots of
Yeah.
variations between them, and sometimes even surprises that. You know, that we don't talk about to anybody until they get sent to Rob Clues, and he goes, "Holy cow, this one's completely different from that." Oh, right, I forgot to tell you about that.
Yeah.
You know.
What I really wanted to do is to show up at more train shows. Guess what? I don't have time.
I know. Me either.
It's a time constraint.
It's hard.
Otherwise, we'd be there.
Yeah, it's really
And
hard.
there's several shows that I do miss. I missed NTS this year.
Yep, me too.
I'll try to be in, I think it's in Tennessee next year.
Yep.
I'd like to be there.
That may be more possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
So, should we conclude?
I think we should.
You know, we have to, otherwise we're going to
We'll
tell
keep
you about
going.
all the things we're
Exactly.
doing.
You know, truth serum will come out or something.
I know. It's like, oh boy,
Yep.
big boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
until next time.
Aloha.
Aloha.
We enjoyed it. Hope you did too.